Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Thursday, May 5th on Talking Fitchburg. Hopefully you're all having a great day today. It actually was nice today and stayed nice, and that doesn't look to be too promising the next day or so. And it's going to be hot next week. So be ready for a little bit of weather changing all over the place. Again, welcome to Wisconsin. That's pretty average for Wisconsin to be all over the place. Anyways, today we have a good show for you. I have some headlines and events to talk about that are coming up and some programs. And then also we'll get to BBB in the digest and talk about, what are we talking about? BBB is talking about stocks and using stock apps and going through how to use them and which ones to look out for. And we also, then in the guest segment, we'll be going out to the award that was given out yesterday for Small Business Person of the Year. And there's one in every state. And this year we had a local resident of Dave Heidi receive that award. And we'll go out to that presentation in our guest segment and give a small recap of what happened there yesterday. All right, but to get there, we have to do some headlines. And we're going to start with some headlines from the Senior Center. And this is You Are Not Alone. So join the local advanced planning specialist, Joni Johnston, on Wednesday, May 25th from 10 to 11 a.m. You can register for this at by calling 608-270-4290. This is about the cremation process. So this is more families than ever are choosing simple cremation services, and we're here to help. Our mission is to provide straightforward, affordable, and dignified cremation services for families who value respect and care. So this is again, Jody will be there from the Cremation Society, and give you all the details about going through the cremation process for the afterlife. Also, we have coming up at the Fitchburg Public Library is Adult Craft Night. And we got macrame plant hangers. That sounds really cool. That'll also be May 25th at the library in the meeting room from 6:30 to 7:30. Enjoy socializing with your fellow grown-ups. At the library this month, we'll be doing macrame plant hangers. Stop by the library meeting room to make them yourself. Supplies are limited and registration is required. So to register, please call the reference desk at 608-729-1763. Again, 608-729-1763 to register for this awesome program coming up in just a few weeks. I also want to let you know about Kids Building Wisconsin is also coming up in a few weeks, and that'll be Saturday, May 14th from 9 to 3 p.m. at McKee Farms Park. And this is a educational kids event centered around the construction industry. There's anything and everything there from, we have bucket trucks and bucket lift rides and virtual reality for training that the kids get to try out. That sounds all really cool. So come on out for that. We also want to let you know about the event shuttle that is being offered for this. And there are 3 off-site parking locations. One's at Tri-North Builders, another one's at City Hall, and a third one's at CDW. And all these run round trip about 25 to 30 minutes. And, they stop at each one and then go drop you off and then do it again. That is available from 7 to 3. And there is additional parking at North Star Financial Building on Tiverton Park Drive. And there is ADA accessible parking right at McKee Farms Park. They'll have parking there for you for the ADA accessible spots. So come on down. Again, that is May 14th from 9 to 3. Sounds like a lot of fun. I know Jeremy's going to be down there with his kids, looking at maybe I'll be down there with my kids, so we'll see. Might be a good time. All right, next we want to talk to you about summer discount tickets, and these are going to be from the Fitchburg Recreation Department, where you can pick these up. They have discount tickets for Noah's Ark, Mount Olympus, and Milwaukee County Zoo. So come on down to the rec department. Their office hours are 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. And you can see the savings there on the brochure. And if you'd like more information, just go to fitchburgwi.gov/recreation. And again, these are available for purchase now through Friday, August 19th. So get out there and save a little bit of money going out to these great spots. I mean, who doesn't like going to the Dells or going out to the zoo? Those are great kid activities to go do in the summer. Last story here, we have the DNR Air Quality Trends Report coming out, and that is because May is Clean Air Month. And it shows an improvement in Wisconsin air. This includes a 35% reduction in fine particle concentrations, as well as a 39% drop in volatile organic compounds. Learn more about Wisconsin air quality and initiatives. You can go to dnr.wisconsin.gov and search out for air quality once you're on that website. But it is Clean Air Month, so do what you can to help keep our air clean and reduce that carbon footprint of yours. So always good to do, even not in the month of May. All right, that's going to do it for me in headlines. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Tiffany from the BBB about stock apps and how to get into them and which ones to look out for. That's coming up next on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining us from the Better Business Bureau here in Southern Wisconsin. Well, they're everywhere, but our friend Tiffany from Southern Wisconsin, she's here. She's here to help us. How are you doing first, Tiffany?
I'm great. Thanks for having me today.
Hey, thanks for being back. And today we're going to be talking about stock trading apps, what you need to know before you trade. And I think a lot of people are getting into this now more than ever. I mean, I can remember the first initial commercials years ago where it was like actually putting it in your hands and doing something. Now it's like everybody's got a handle on it. So tell us what we're going to talk about today.
Stock trading apps have made buying and selling stocks easier than ever. And we all know some of the big names that are out there: Robinhood, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, the list goes on. But before you use them, we want you to educate yourself because there's a lot to know before you start playing the stock market. And it may be fun to invest a little bit of money and play with a buddy, but before you do that, you need to know exactly what you're getting into so you don't make any costly mistakes.
What would be some of the things that help get a better knowledge of investing on the stock market?
First of all, you can go ahead and learn more about the stock market at investor.gov. That's investor.gov. You also want to pick your trading app carefully. Do your research on that. Your trading app is going to serve as your broker. So you want to make sure that you're using a legitimate platform. There's a lot of illegitimate platforms out there. You want to make sure that you're familiar with the terms and conditions to that app too before you go ahead and start trading. Are you familiar with how the stock market works? It's super important. You don't want to get fined. You don't want to get restricted from using the apps because you've made an innocent mistake. You want to make sure that you fully know how to use that app before you even get started.
What would you say for choosing a company? You know, I'm sure there's a bazillion companies out there that are offering these trading apps, but what should we look for in a company when we're choosing the right app for us?
Compare the apps side by side, compare the fees, the minimums, the stock analysis tools, and the educational offerings. There are some apps out there that'll offer you educational opportunities more than other apps. So if you're not real familiar with the stock market, you want to learn more, there's seminars, there's webinars. That's something that may be of interest to you. So look for those types of opportunities within the stock trading app.
All right, next one, and this seems like a Vegas term too, set a budget.
Set a budget and don't lose any more money than you can afford to lose. Similar to gambling, going to a casino, going to Las Vegas, only invest the amount of money that you can afford to lose. And before you go ahead and move on to bigger and better things, make sure that you're experienced and you're proficient with trading so you don't get caught in anything that will suck your money.
Absolutely. And understand, you've already kind of mentioned it, but understanding the rules of trading and stuff so you don't get penalized is so important on this. Know how to trade. Trading will affect your taxes. I wouldn't have even thought of this necessarily, but this is very important.
Yes, know how to trade. So if you purchase a stock and you sell it less than a year, you may be subject to capital gains taxes. You always want to work with the person who prepares your taxes to make sure that you're not doing anything to negatively affect your income at the end of the year.
Yeah, really important. Definitely ask if you got an accountant for your doing your tax, whatever. You may want to ask them before you get started in that for sure. This next one too, getting some hot tips from somebody. Oh, you got to buy into this one.
The hot tips. So there's sponsored ads that'll show up, and those are designed. Sometimes they're legitimate. Other times there are scammers who purchase that advertising to lure you into a scam. So be very wary if you're going to participate in the sponsored tips, the hot tips. Watch out for scammers who are trying to get in touch with your money on these platforms.
And as investing, you keep investing in the learning part of this as well as recommendation from BBB.
It's always about continuing education, regardless of where we work. If we're playing with our money, the more you know, the smarter you're going to be. So invest in those educational opportunities that come along with the app.
And practice before you start. Maybe it's not a bad idea.
You know, this is a great opportunity to try out the stock market. There's virtual trading platforms where you can play along and not have to invest anything because you're playing with virtual stocks. So if you're a newbie at the stock market, you're kind of apprehensive about entering into it, losing your hard-earned money, go ahead and play with those virtual stocks until you're comfortable enough investing your real money.
All right, Tiffany, great information. If people want to learn more about the information you shared with us today, where can they find that?
Head on over to bbb.org.
Tiffany, thank you so very much for the great tips. I'm ready to hit the stock market.
Me too. Thanks.
All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready! We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Now in the guest segment, we're going to take you out to a presentation that was held yesterday out at Little John's for the one and only Dave Heidi, who won the 2022 Small Business Person of the Year. We'll take you out on a small recap to that presentation yesterday right now.
Happy National Small Business Week. We're really pleased to be here to come in person, which we usually never have done. Of course, the last 2 years we didn't go anywhere. So we're happy to be here in person to honor Chef David Heidi as the 2022 SBA Wisconsin Small Business Person of the Year. So for 51 years, the President of the United States has issued a proclamation announcing National Small Business Week, which recognizes the critical contributions of America's entrepreneurs and small business owners, including Wisconsin's 462,000 small businesses. More than half of Americans either own or work for a small business, and they create 2 of the 3 new jobs each year in the United States. Small businesses like yours are absolutely critical to our community and economies. And I think the presence of so many representatives from federal, state, and local government speaks to that role in you. Liliana's and Little John's have played in the local community.
We are extremely fortunate in Fitchburg and in the broader community to have Chef Dave here. And not only does he have Little John's, but he also has a restaurant, Liliana's, that you may have heard of, that he's actually continuing to invest in the community by converting that into 2 new concepts. So thank you for your continued investment. You know, I looked at the sign back here, it said the 2022 Small Business Person of the Year, but I think it's more accurate if it was just 2022 Person of the Year. Thank you very much for all you do for us.
Well, thank you, and thanks to the SBA for all the good work that you do and especially have done in the last several years. Coming out of COVID, a lot of businesses had a lot of challenges, and the SBA was there, so thank you for the tremendous work you do. I have to do a little bit of full disclosure. I have known Dave since you were about 7, 8, I don't know, his folks are here. I've known him and his folks for a very long time. Dave's grandmother was Florence Perry Heidi, a great children's author in my hometown of Kenosha. And when I was in high school, she would have me come out to the house and do magic shows. And I did a magic show for Dave's 8th birthday party. So we go back quite a ways. And recently, Ron Howard, the director, did an adaptation of a small, short movie based on one of her books, which is, again, awesome. But she was an amazing woman. He is an amazing grandson of that woman. And I am just really proud to be a friend and to know Dave Heidi. You know, he does what a small business owner does. Starts a business to support your family, support the people who work for you and their families, take care of the community in really tough times, the last 2 years especially with COVID. The challenges that restaurants have had to face. But he also takes that a whole lot farther, whether it be the Main Street Business Alliance and advocate on small businesses on all sorts of issues, whether it be his concept with Little John's, we're making sure that anyone who wants good food can have access to good food. Doesn't matter how rich you are, what matters is you can have access to, and this guy has damn good food if you haven't had a chance to have any of it. And he's done this through his various businesses. So for the SBA to call him out and say, you are the Small Business Person of the Year, Dave, I am very proud of you. We ourselves, I've taken my staff out for retreats to your restaurants. We've, Phil and I, for the holidays, come out there, and you know we love you. So Dave, congratulations, well-deserved, and look forward to seeing everything that's going to happen with this building and all the other efforts you're going to do. Congratulations.
As regional administrator in the Great Lakes region, I am very proud and happy to celebrate Small Business Week, and for you, the Small Business Person of the Year, Chef Dave. Sorry. I forget my name. As regional administrator, I want to remember what my boss, Administrator Guzman, said, that when we support small businesses like you, Chef Dave, we support the economy. But you've actually taken it a step further. The mayor mentioned the multiplier effect in our communities that small businesses have in creating jobs. You've gone that step further in creating social impact by addressing food insecurity. We're proud at the SBA to have supported you along this journey along the way with funding that we have to provide people with the capital they need to purchase equipment, purchase property, provide working capital for their employees and their businesses to start, grow, and thrive. On behalf of the SBA, congratulations on this award, and we are looking forward to growing with you on your journey when you expand and grow and support your community in the future. Thank you.
I wanted to give a few comments of what's happened here and what Dave has done. So, since opening in 2007, Liliana's has garnered over 60 awards and interest from beyond Wisconsin for its New Orleans style cuisine. Pre-COVID, Chef David quadrupled the restaurant's profit and increased its net worth with 90 employees. He also provided tens of thousands of dollars annually to nonprofit community help. With the onset of COVID-19, the restaurant pivoted to 100% online service with take out and bake meals. So take and bake meals. Dave also collaborated with local chefs and farmers to sell food baskets through his program Nom Nom Nom. SBA's Economic Injury Disaster Loan, Payroll Protection Loan, and Restaurant Revitalization Fund dollars help Liliana's survive. Chef Dave also runs the nonprofit Little John's, where we are, which turns excess food into delicious chef-made meals for 7,000 food insecure people weekly, including at its Pay What You Can restaurant. He is on the board of the Madison Originals, SOAR, Latino Chamber of Commerce, the YWCA, and is a member of the 100 Men of Dane County. So while you are closing your chapter of Liliana's and moving to a new direction, it is our pleasure to present this award for your considerable achievements to date, and we look forward to learning more about supporting you in your next step. So congratulations to our Small Business Person of the Year. Yeah, we had a quick picture. There we go. Okay, and I got it.
So, first off, I want to say thank you to everyone for coming out today. I don't do what I do for this. I love it and I'm so appreciative, but I do it because it's the right thing. And I would push everyone to say that it doesn't take a Chef Dave, and it doesn't take a congressperson, and it doesn't take a mayor. It just takes someone going out and trying their best to do what they can. And that's what I try to do every day. So I know that there's this big award that's getting edited now. There's a big award up here talking about me being a Small Business Person of the Year award, and as much as I appreciate it, I don't deserve it. The people that do deserve it there's my wife over there in the pink hair, and then those are my parents that are right behind her, and then behind us is my board of Little John's, and I've got Tim Metcalf and Kevin Metcalf from Metcalf's. I've got Jen Zisser, who's my director of operations. I've got my Little John's people. I've got my Liliana's people. I would have none of what I've done and none of what I can do without them. So I'm not just saying that. Really, truly, like, these people are my family and I love them. And I think that of all the things I do, the thing that makes me the most happy is making people happy. That's why I became a chef. I became a chef because making food means I can make a lot of people happy at the same time, right? I can do it from back in the kitchen, and I can make someone smile and be happy and have their eyes roll back in their head from never even seeing them. Like, that's a superpower, right? So when people ask me, like, why am I doing this stuff for Little John's, or why am I redoing my restaurants at Liliana's, or why do I want to be a chef when, like, it is, like, ask Tiffany, my wife, like 90 hours a week of work and very few days off, and Tiffy, I think the best part about the pandemic was the first year where I got to spend every holiday with my family, right? So why would I want to do all of that? And it's because I love making people happy. I'm a people pleaser to a fault. Sometimes I people please other people instead of my family first, which my bad, Tiffy. I love you and thank you for loving me anyway. But the reason why I picked Little John's, the venture that I'm putting all of my eggs in that basket for, is because right now, that expression of love that I get to give with my food at Liliana's isn't the expression of love that people are receiving if they're experiencing homelessness, if they're a senior, if they're a kid in school. Like, our most at-risk people, we're not serving that food made with love. We're not making anything from scratch. We're making frozen food and putting it out. So I just want you to know, all of the things I do have nothing to do with me. They have to do with we deserve better for everybody, right? So I want to thank everyone who's here and for coming out, for recognizing me. And as much as I love and appreciate the award, it's so much more than me. It's about my amazing team. It's about my amazing staff. It's about my amazing community. Now, all the people who came up, almost all of them who talked about me, I have a one-on-one relationship. And it's not so I can gain their political favor. It's because I really, truly care about them and the people who care about our community back. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming. You are my family. You are my friends. Literally family. And I love you all very much. So thank you guys so much.
Well, congratulations to Dave and all of his staff for all the great work they do in this community. And again, Dave Heidi, if you don't know him, you got to get out there, check out his restaurants, check out Little John's, and he has some excellent food. So get out there and try some. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up the show next, right here on Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show today, I want to thank Tiffany for all of the wonderful interviews she does with us, teaching us all about these scams and all about these cool apps you got to look out for and what to get into and, you know, how to stay safe out there. And also, again, congratulations to Dave Heidi for winning that Small Business Person of the Year award. And until tomorrow, everyone, stay connected here with Fact TV and all these wonderful places. We're on cable. We're on Apple TV, Fire TV, Roku, Facebook, YouTube. Cablecast Screenweave is what you're looking for on those set-top boxes. So come out and join us. Until tomorrow, everyone, enjoy the weather, and we'll see you back here on Friday.